Right, we're with Wellington manager Darren Manning after a 1-0 victory against Hollands and Blair. Darren, I spoke to you before the game and was expecting a bit of an attritional game. Was that how it played out?
Mate, you hit the nail on the head, didn't it? It weren't pretty. I feel there was probably 2 bits of quality the whole game. One was AK in the first half where he should have scored, and then Jimmo's finish there right at the death. The bits of quality saw us through. And I said to the boys before the game, if they match the Holland's heart, desire, tenacity, our quality will shine through, and that's what we said, wasn't it, before the game, and they did it today. Like, don't get me wrong, at times I didn't think we was great in our play, scrappy in possession, but they found a way to win, and that's the sign of what's hopefully going to keep turning into a good side, is finding ways to win games of football, and they've done that today, so I'm very proud of them.
In attritional games, Darren, you have to stay in the game, don't you?
100%.
You can lose it yourself by switching off or getting bullied or whatever.
100%.
So the worst we could have got there was a draw, but we've kept on, and obviously the scenes at the end there makes the whole 90 minutes worthwhile staying in the game.
Of course it does, 100%. And the back three, Ryan in goal, and the 2 wing backs need huge credit for that. And Nelson sitting just in front, they need huge credit for that, because I thought their defending was outstanding. We've really limited them to chances. I can't think of a clear-cut chance they've had. Maybe a couple of half chances here and there, but I can't think of a real clear-cut chance they've had. And it's a nice feeling.
I think they're having a
yeah, you can hear them.
Well deserved.
You can hear them.
Yeah, you've made changes again. I mean, we've played Manny up front, so you know you're not at your full strength or the shape you'd want to play with.
Manny deserves a start there because he was outstanding last Saturday, and he can really affect games in those areas. Today he had a bit of a tight hamstring, that's why he come off. But again, I thought he was brilliant. I can't fault one of them. The Quain on his debut looked like he'd been here a season pro. Yeah. He was outstanding on the right side of that 3. Exactly that. And the most pleasing thing for me, Tom, is that they've really bought into what we want to do, and they've trained extremely well this week, and they've got their rewards for it. They trained in horrendous conditions Wednesday night, but not one of them moaned. They just got on with it. And for me, in the transition that we've been through and that we're currently still going through, their attitudes have been exemplary, and they need to take a lot of pride in that themselves.
Did you think we were better second half than first half, Darren?
Yes. We made a slight tactical tweak at half time, which allowed the midfield 3 to be a bit more matched up with them, because at times their holding midfielder was getting too much time on the ball in the first half, and that's why it kept coming back. Every time we cleared it, he's a very tall, he's dominant in the air, so he's winning every header. But he was there. I accepted him winning it in the air, but it was when he was getting time on the floor, that's when I wasn't too pleased. So we made a slight tweak there. AK dropped back 1, and Rob went as an orthodox 10, and I felt it gave us a bit more control of the game, especially during the build phase with with Nels and AK in there. We controlled possession a lot more in the second half. Don't get me wrong, the quality still wasn't great. And that's something I do want to improve, but no, tactically wise, they were good today.
You sent the sub on. What did you tell him when you sent him on?
Who, Jimmer? Just go and do what you do. Go and be a match winner. The boy's got unbelievable talent, and if I was still playing in a defender and I've got him running at me 1v1, I'm asking to come off, because it's game over if he gets you 1v1. You see from the highlights that the way he's just left their centre half dead, squared him up and he's gone. Then the finish, if he didn't score that, he's going to have 2 or 3 of them screaming at him that were ready for a tap in. But he done it against Eric from Belvedere, scored a great goal there, and today he was the match winner when he come on. So fair play to him.
Yeah, he plays well. When he's got a smile on his face and he's confident going forward, he's over what a player is, isn't he?
He's unplayable. He's got too much talent, the boy. He can be unplayable when his head's right, and that's my job and my staff's job to make sure his head's right as much as physically possible. As
much as when we were struggling to get results, you didn't get too high, too low, and I suppose after a couple of victories, you're not going to get too high.
Not at all. No, they. I said to the boys, the group of existing players that were here, they deserve to celebrate that, because they've been through a lot the last 2 months. They've been through a hell of a lot, so to get 3 points is massive for them. But for me, you won't see me running down the touchline. For me, I expect to win. It's an expectation, not a surprise. So for me, it's just a tick in the box, and now we're all focused on K Sports here next Saturday.
You do realise later in the season when you run down the touchline and do a knee slide?
Yeah, I know that. That won't be me. That'll be my assistant James. You won't see me running down there.
What are you looking for the next week then, Darren?
2 good training sessions and another win. It's as simple as that. I'm fully focused on the job in hand. We're getting close to where we want to be squad-wise. We are getting close to where we want to be squad-wise. Couple more maybe. We'll see what happens, but we're getting there now. The boys are really starting to get what we want from teams and how we want to set ourselves up, and our philosophy and our style of how we do things and go about our business. And yeah, two good training sessions, and then another big game on Saturday against K Sports.
Unusual for you today. You threw someone straight in who just joined the club.
Yeah.
You've got a few coming in now. You see any more coming in, or
maybe one. One. That's like. Hopefully, we get 2 done this week, and then I'm done. Hopefully 2 more through the door this week, because I feel we're light in a couple of areas, and 1 or 2 injuries could really make us put square pegs in round holes, and I'm not a fan of that. So I think two hopefully this week, and then we're done, and we're ready to kick on. But like I said, the boys that have been here, I can't sing their praises enough for their attitude and mentality. They've been superb, especially since the Holmesdale game. Since the Holmesdale game, I can't fault one of them. They really took on board what I said, and they've bought into it massively. So fair play to them.
We had Costa golf at the end there. Do we know?
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit. I think he had a little clash of heads there. So it's more of a precaution than anything, especially with all the what happens nowadays with that type of thing. So it's more a precaution. But then it's lovely to see Sam back on the pitch. He hasn't played so far this season. Really, he's been injured and so on. So it's good to see him back on the pitch. Another tick in the box to get him back out there, because he can be a huge player for us.
We've also got Golding out, Glover out.
Yep. Golding's
coming back soon.
Golding's gone to get some games under his belt, to get some fitness and sharpness back, because he needs it after his injury and so on. He needs to go and get a run of game, so he's gone out on loan to go and get that done, so he can come back and be fitter, sharper, and fire us to the top half of the table. Yeah, I'm not going to say it here, but he's gone out on loan to a couple of steps lower.
Okay.
So he's gone out there. Yeah, Glover's injured. Glover redone his hamstring, so we're just assessing Glover and seeing where that is. But we're getting there, mate, and the depth there now, because at this level of football, you've always got 2 or 3 missing due to work commitments or injuries or family commitments. That you have to have a good squad around you, and we're very close to having that now.
We better go, because otherwise there's going to be no pizza left. Well done.
Oh no, I'm starving as well. See you next week, mate.
Cheers, mate. Well done.